At that time, 40 prophets coming, giving advice, you're not going to hear. It is not through physical that you're going to gain anything. It is not through physical nearness that you're going to gain something. It is the nearness of your heart. Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab, they were there. They've known the Prophet ﷺ from childhood. They were there when the Prophet ﷺ declared himself to be a prophet and saying, La ilaha illallah. When he said that, and especially when he said, Muhammad Rasulullah, they pulled the sword to him. He was there and he was watching them. He was there, ﷺ, and he was giving sohbet to them continuously. But because their hearts are full, filled with a stubbornness, filled with arrogance, filled with anger, and filled with jealousy, the Habibullah, the sun who provides the light to all the sons of this world and the next, their hearts are so dark, it did not penetrate. Why it didn't penetrate? Holy Prophet ﷺ, he couldn't make a single heart to turn? Of course he could. But this is the delicacy of Islam. If there is no permission, you cannot enter, even if you are a prophet. Which is why the Holy Prophet ﷺ says, before you enter into any room, into any house, knock and ask permission. If there is no permission, you cannot enter. Now to enter into your heart, the owner of the heart, you are the owner. It is given to you. You own it. You didn't create it, but you have it. It is an emanat to you. You have to open it. If you don't open it, nothing can get through. Do you understand? Now, physically, so many of you, you may be here. But if your heart is empty or your heart is dead, if your heart is busy with other things, it will not enter. But if your heart is thirsty and hungry, we enter into this month, go rest, into the month of Ramazan. Night-time falls, Maghrib falls, our hunger and our thirst for so many of us reach to a peak. And you cannot wait to dive into the food and into the water. Although you've been eating and drinking all your lives, non-stop. You know what it feels like when you are starving your animal side for some hours. But do we understand how long we've been starving our spiritual side? And do we approach now to sohbats and through zikr as if we've been starving of sohbat and zikr all week long, all day long, that you cannot wait for the sohbat and the zikr to come for you to be able to take something from it, for your spirit to be able to take something, some nourishment from it? If you tell me, any single one of you, you tell me, yes, the same way I approach the food is the same way I approach the sohbat. That one, if you tell me that you have the same kind of longing right in front of me, if you say that you are, you are already a saint. If you say that you are, either you're a saint or I question your sincerity. Because we are seeing it. How you're approaching it. So now, we are saying earlier, the more that you are empty, the more we'll fill it up for you. And the sohbat, it is now according to the quality of the jamaat, those who are in association, what they want to hear, how they want to hear. It is not how many is attending. It can be 5, it can be 5,000. It doesn't matter. What matters is the hearts. If the hearts are open and they're willing, they want to hear something, that time they will send. Yes, we were speaking about earlier. Do not take away the rights of others. Because now in this month especially, so many starving themselves during the daytime and nighttime, they are feeding. But so many starving the spiritual side and they're not feeding the spiritual side day or night. If you think feeding your spiritual side is just going up and down like a robot, think again. If you think feeding your spiritual side is just to say Allah, Allah, Allah like a robot, like a parrot, think again. What is that spiritual side now of you? What is that part of you that is longing for Allah? That Allah is saying, remember me. What is that part? The Holy Prophet ﷺ has said, 1 hour of tafakkur, of meditation, it is better than 70 years of worship. How much tafakkur we're making now in this month of Ramazan? Month of Ramazan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed for this whole month, for the entire ummah, to be in tafakkur, to be thinking. When they are fasting, in the daytime, and after they've broken their fast, to think, what is my nature now? What did I live for? Today, what did I gain? How am I with my Lord now, today? How close am I to the Holy Prophet ﷺ? These questions are passing, or the hours are just passing and you just cannot wait to break your fast. So now, if you are not in sohbat and your heart is not being hungry to listen to the sohbat and to be in the zikr, that time, what are you gaining from the sohbat? Just tiredness. Nothing but tiredness. You're just sitting here making yourself to be tired. What are you gaining then from the fast? Nothing but hunger and thirst. So you are not in association. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, be in Jamaat. And our tariqat is based on association. So how you're going to approach the association, the sohbat, what you're going to bring to the association. What is it that we are telling you to bring? Bring an empty cup. Don't come full. Because that time, when you're coming a full, even if you are here physically, and nothing is coming to you, things are always coming from the heavenly stations, of course. Things are always coming from the heavenly stations, yes? But what are you people doing now? In ghaflat, 24 hours. If you are in ghaflat, then you're not bringing anything there. Now, instead of something coming, and those who are attending, they are going to get something. Those who are attending, because of their ghaflat, and because they don't want to hear, now those other ones who wants to hear, their rights are taken away. Then you find yourself, like what we said earlier, to be in a position where you're going to get the bad prayers of people, because you're not watching the haqq of other people. So in this month of Ramazan, like I said before, we must watch our manners. We must watch our manners, and we must watch what are the rights of others in this month. What are the rights of those around me? What are the rights of my family? What are the rights of this community? What are the rights of others? Now, once you start concentrating on that and you're watching and you're being careful, you have the best of manners. Once you have the best of manners, Allah will be your teacher. May Allah forgive me and bless you. just a couple of words to remind ourselves. Now we have entered, we've finished more than 1 week of the Ramazan. More than 1/4 of Ramazan has passed. Sit down and calculate what you have gained. Sit down and calculate what you have lost. Don't ask me, I've lost, what should I do? You know by yourself if you lose money, what you should do. You know by yourself if you lose something valuable in this dunya, what you should do. But when it comes to Akhirat, suddenly everyone is losing their own intelligence. They don't know what to do. May Allah not make us to be losers, inshallah, this month. May our today be better than yesterday, and our tomorrow to be better than today. It has to be, especially in these holy months. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum.